part of 5 Shots with the Bullet Club, and I am joined by the Rogue General himself, the underboss, Toxide. Salute the man. He's a war hero, Kevin. People don't believe you're a war hero. You are a war hero.
Boy,
yeah.
Been in the trenches, New Japan trenches.
Exactly. Deep. Now, we get to have a drink during this. You and I have had a few drinks before. Have you got your drink there with you?
Yeah, right here.
Oh, that's classy. And the bullet and everything.
See
cheers.
that? I've got a bullet right there.
You do. Well, cheers. Thank you for joining me. Hold on. I have to open this can.
Oh, yeah.
At least we're on the same time zone. The last time I had to do this, it was 5 a.m. here, and Tama was already drinking. Well, look, this is what I want to talk about today because there's a lot of different things we could have talked about. We could have talked about food, cigars, drinks. You and I are always out and yelling at each other about why we ate so much. But today, I want to ask you.
The funny thing is, we go to eat and then you blame me for taking.
Yeah, but the good thing is I never have to pay the bill. That's my favorite bit. But and this is what I want to talk about. You are the OG of Bullet Club. You were there from the very start, so you understand how important it is to be part of this group, to be in the club. So I want to talk about the 5 times that it was really important to be part of Bullet Club. The 5 times that really paid off. Give me your top 5 moments.
I'd say the first one is coming out and helping Prince Devitt.
Yeah.
When he turned on his partners, that will be the first number one.
The birth of Bullet Club.
Yeah. There was a totally different feeling. Never felt that way before. I never had people boo or actually hate me afterwards. After that,
we're both very hated now,
feeling.
that's for sure.
Yeah.
And you had hair. You had hair, more importantly. You had a little bit of hair on top.
I had some hair.
Yeah. But the birth of Bullet Club, when you look back at that moment, did you ever think it would be as big as it is now?
Oh, no. Definitely not. It wasn't until we joined up, 4 of us, then I started to feel like, oh, something's gonna happen here. But the first time, I was still green. I still didn't know what's going on. But the hate I felt, I never felt that before. So I had to process that until Tama and Carl Anderson joined us, and then that's when I thought, man, this is so different. Yeah, it's gonna go somewhere. I thought.
So a lot of people are new to New Japan and the Bullet Club. Who are the 4 OG members? Who are the originals of Bullet Club?
There's Prince Devitt, Carl Anderson, Tama Tonga, and myself.
So that's a pretty good crew, and that's a good crew you'd want to be a part of too. What's your next? What's the next moment that defines Bullet Club as a group? The tactics you guys use.
I'd say my first title match versus Shinsuke Makamura. Yeah.
And you won that.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
And I couldn't have done it without the boys,
Yeah.
The most memorable part is when they all came out afterwards. I was not expecting that. I had Tama out there supporting me in at second. But once the free count was over, they all came out. I'll never forget that feeling that you have those brothers behind you, and they all came in there. And I recall one of my favorite photos was taken at that point.
Yeah, one of the most famous Bullet Club photos we've ever seen, to be honest. It's shared worldwide, and it's you sitting there almost on a throne with your belt over your shoulder and all the boys around you. It's a really...
everybody had a belt.
Yeah, it's a historical moment in New Japan and for the Bullet Club. So let's drink to that one, because I don't want to run out of drinks. So cheers to that, to your title win. Oh, yeah. I'm trying to have soda water. I'm trying to get lean like you. You're looking lean. I like it. We're both looking lean. It's because we're not eating together.
We got nothing else to do.
Yeah, but we're not eating together. That's what it is.
Well, it's a good thing. When I'm not with you, I'm not eating. That's a good thing.
Kevin Kelly says the same thing. He loses weight when he's not on tour with me. So maybe I'm the problem. All right. So we've got the joining of Bullet Club, the OGs, the birth of Bullet Club as one of your top moments. Then you have the time you won your championship against Shinsuke Makamura and all the boys came out. What's next? What's the next defining moment, the next tactics, the next group time that Bullet Club is defined by?
I'd say the time, the time AJ Styles joined us.
Wow. Yeah,
I was there. It was it was my match against Okada that he made an entrance right after that.
So you've had a lot of, you could say, leaders, and you've had a lot of different people come and go within the Bullet Club. Would you say AJ was probably one of the most, influential in the group? Would you say he was up there with probably the top 2 or 3 leaders of the group?
I'd say all the leaders were great, but for myself, I learned the most from AJ. Just he had a lot of different types of ways of relating to everyone, and he was always a team player. It was always. I remember one time everybody went and did their own thing, and me and AJ went and played. We went bowling. Yeah.
Who won? Who got the highest score?
I don't want to brag.
Yeah, it helps. The too sweet helps with bowling. It helps. That's what it is. That's where it comes from.
Helps in a lot of things.
Oh, geez. Oh, drink to that. Cheers.
Cheers.
Okay. So we got AJ. We got your title win and all the boys coming out. You got the birth of Bullet Club. What's next? What's the next big moment for you?
The third one, right? The third one I'd say would be the joining of Jay White.
Yeah. Okay. Now, this is very controversial for a lot of people. A lot of people still haven't accepted Jay White as the Bullet Club. We always say leader, don't we? He's someone who's at the forefront of Bullet Club at the moment, even though it is a tight-knit group. But he was offered the spot by a former leader and turned it down, and now he's one of the major players. Do you think he thought about that? Do you think he made that, that decision early on?
Oh, I'd like to think he did. He aligned himself in a way where he could, if he had come during that time, would he be leader?
Yeah. I get what you're saying.
So I think he played his cards right.
It's a very smart move. I mean, we have seen some traders leave the Bullet Club and go to Chaos, unfortunately, which is a letdown. But to then draw one of them to our side, to the dark side, what a moment. And it's almost like when you do a draft and you get the number 1 pick, you'd always take Jay White, wouldn't you?
Yes. I think you're right. Yeah. Who do we get? That's the number 4 right there.
Before we go to the Kenta, you got Jay White, you got AJ Styles, you've got who else has been good enough to join our ranks? That you've selected. Do you think? Who's people that you've seen out there? Forget Robbie Eagles because we know he wasn't any good. But was there anyone you're thinking of that maybe you're talking to right now that was worth having?
There's an Australian guy.
Yeah. Do you remember his name?
His name was started with a G.
If you think about it, let me know. It's me, by the way.
Fella. Yeah,
very handsome, very good-looking man. But now, you're right. So let's have a drink to that. To me, joining is fantastic.
Yeah, actually, you're number 4.
I'm number 4. Kenta gets bumped. Yeah. Yes, I like it. Oh, I like. And what a moment! We were in Australia, and it was a huge moment.
It was the biggest moment, man. I'll never forget that too, because a lot of people didn't want me, man.
They still don't want me.
People don't like you being in it.
Still don't like me. But we know what? We made it work. We made it. Yeah. And then two tours down under, we brought New Japan and the Bullet Club to Australia.
Well, that's the thing, most people didn't see what I saw.
Yeah.
They saw, some funny-looking Australian fella. I saw business in Australia.
That's right. You saw the big dollars. That's why we wear Rolexes and gold chains.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's why we drive Hummers and
Range Rovers.
Range Rovers.
That's correct. Well, cheers to that, and thank you for having me.
Cheers to that.
Well, let's go to your number one moment. Let's go to your number one moment as a group. The time that being in part of the Bullet Club really defined maybe you or the club or wrestling in general. When do you think was the number one time that
the
Bullet
number
Club
one
paid
time
off?
it's definitely when Carl Anderson and Tama joined.
Wow.
When the two became four,
Yep.
when the actual club was built.
Yeah.
That's the number one moment. That's the top.
And what do you think dragged those guys over? What do you think made them go, they're the ones I want to be part of? That's the group I want to be in.
Well, a lot of people don't know that us four were the only dojo boys they were. And a lot of foreigners weren't coming to Japan, and we were there every single tour. But when Devitt and I got together, it was naturally the way they wanted to go. We were always hanging out anyways. Why not do it in the ring as well?
Yeah, and look what it started. It started the ball rolling of one of the most dominant groups in professional wrestling history. A lot of people talk about NWO, and a lot of people talk about other groups that had formed, Chaos and other New Japan groups, but Bullet Club I think it brought New Japan wrestling mainstream. All of a sudden, we had fans.
I think so.
We had fans wearing Bullet Club T-shirts all around the world. It was the cool thing.
It took one shirt.
Yeah, one shirt that you probably printed yourself out of your garage, I'm sure.
Hey, nobody knows about that.
Oh, sorry, because you're a businessman. You know where the dollars are.
Yeah, you find it when nobody else can.
Yeah, I like it very much. Well, I enjoy these top 5 moments mainly because I was involved in them. And it has been a pleasure. Thank you again, the Underboss. I'll salute you one more time because you are a war hero, sir. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you soon, possibly at a restaurant eating far too much.
That's all I ask.
Cheers.
Cheers, man.